It's said that what sets societies apart in terms of human and economic development is lack of diversity, especially on gender, in key decision-making positions. Some of the women have been able to reach their dreams, which initially seemed far-fetched. This, of course, is through the help of self-help organizations, which have been started with the intention of creating a platform in which women who are disadvantaged economically can rise to be empowered. St. Mary Euphrasia Women's Center for Disadvantaged Women, based in South B, is one such organization. It was founded in 1990 in response to the needs of young teenage women living in Mukuru Kwanjenga slums in Nairobi. Sister Teresa, the center's director, tells us more about the organization.
Euphrasia Women's Center is a project of Shepherd sisters whose mission is empowerment of women and girls. The name Euphrasia reminds us of the foundress of Shepherd sisters, who was a French lady. It came particularly to Kenya in 1981. After the invitation of Bishop of Meru, who saw the need of having the mission of the Good Shepherd Sisters here in Kenya. Basically, the charism of Good Shepherd Sisters is reconciliation, which is expressed in words of mercy and compassion. Particularly here in Nairobi, in this center, this is what we are doing with these empowerment projects for women, children, and girls from the slums of Mukuru. The major objective of Euphrasia Women's Center is women empowerment towards self-sustainability. Once the women come in the center, first of all, they are trained on life skills, that is on skills development like dressmaking, tailoring. This is backed up by cookery classes that are offered once in a week, computer skills, and at the end of the 2 years, most of the girls who come out of the center are really empowered such that when they go out, they are able to find jobs where they can sustain themselves. We are working towards the sustainability of the center currently, and this is why we have tried to put so much effort on the income generating part of the program.
Being a production manager here is to check the quality of the products and work hand in hand with the artisans. These are the women who are making the products. Yeah. We do fine embroidery on the tablecloths, table napkins, and also we make the dolls. We have the ones we fix on cards, and we have these for the flopsy for the kids. And also we have machine work. It has, when I talk of machine work, it's quite broad, because we have the bags, we have the aprons, we have a lot of stuff made out of machine. Our raw materials, we buy them from town in River Road.
Currently, the program is capable of supporting 60 women who go through a 2-year program training. On completion of the training, the women go out to start their own businesses or join income-generating programs within the organization.
Yeah, the highlight moments for the center in terms of empowerment of women is that we have realized this training gave birth to the income generating program. The income generating program started back in 2004. Some of them still continue being here to make products that we sell within the center, and some they go out and begin their own program, I mean small scale businesses there. Either they are employed by people who have already established their shops dealing with cloth making and garment making, or some find other jobs outside there. due to the fact that we help them with the literal computer skills and the catering and housekeeping. We have a number of girls who are employed in small hotels. There are girls who are employed as sales ladies in small shops within town or outskirts of town. There are three major departments. Namely is the training center being the first. Second is the Karibu Crisis Intervention Center. And third is now the income generating part of the center.
The women are required to pay a monthly fee for the sustainability of the project. This, however, is a challenge as most of them are from poor backgrounds. In this connection, the organization has gone further to be providing break time tea and lunch just to sustain them, as most of them do not have money to buy food.
Despite their background, we require them to at least contribute towards their training. So on monthly basis, we ask every girl to contribute at least 200 shillings. And these 200 shillings, a number of them are not able to manage to get that. So we have them at the end of the year who have not even contributed a half of this. In that case, we try to incorporate them still in the program. We can't send them away, because once we send them away, go back home there, they will never come back. And even after doing the follow-up, we realize that even that 200 shillings per month is a big problem for many parents of these girls.
Sister Teresa highlights on challenges the organization faces.
The major challenge of Euphrasia as for now is the space. Just as you can see, the center is situated in just one plot, whereby we have the 3 departments. So as you realize that the IGP has quite a big scope. There is production, there is packing of products, there is sales part of it, and all these activities just squeezed in one small space. It's a big challenge. Again, the marketing part of the products also is a challenge. Okay, the girls make very beautiful bags, as you have seen. They make really very beautiful necklaces and all these products that really sell outside there. But to get a place to sell these products in order to give something back to the women, it's a challenge. We have always been trying establishing markets through the churches, through our contacts of people who visit the center. The other major challenge is, of course, the personnel. We manage most of the time on volunteers who come not continuously, maybe once in a month, once in a week. So due to limited funds also, we are not able to serve as many people as we can. So we tend to just terminate cases very fast to avoid so much expenses which the center cannot be able to cater for, particularly when you look at the Karibu Crisis Center. The women need medical services, they need food, they need everything as much as they in the shelter. And sometimes you imagine somebody comes here, we have 3 cases where we have to take somebody to the hospital and they have to go through cesarean delivery. And in these cases we get somebody who, like one case, we pay approximately 20,000. So you can imagine if the center did not have a specific budget for this, we end up either serving very few people, or at times we are caught in a problem by we invite people in, yet we haven't enough funds to cater for that.
The challenges I face in the organization is that, okay, I'm here the production manager. Sometimes you have problems with the materials, how to get the materials. Like a customer can come and she orders something and you already have the deadline and you know this one cannot be postponed. But due to these prices in the market, sometimes you cannot get the exact material the customer had ordered, and also according to the price you had given, tomorrow you get it's another price. So sometimes you may end up having loss.
The organization markets their products in Nairobi, Australia, New Zealand, just to mention a few, in order to support their development and provide small grants for equipment, materials, and training.
Once we have a product, we have to have the costs and everything. So there is just a certain percentage that goes to the organization. The other one covers the materials, the production, and the other one goes to the artisan. Okay, the talents, it comes from the girls, and since we are making these handcrafts, most of the time they usually, when someone has something to do with any product, she comes in and she says, okay, I think this one can be made like this, and we take it. Most of the time we target the church, because we also make the vestments for the priests, and also students because of the bags, and also the tourists.
Or where there are conferences. We go there once in a week or once in a month, depending, or through the churches who are in contact with us. Internationally, we sell the product through our already existing projects, like handcrafting justice in States, Australia Trading Circle, Sharing Fair in Canada, and some others.
Okay, our markets, we depend on the handcraft shops. Like we have the banana box in Sarich Center, we have the goodies still in Westlands, rhinos at the ABC Place, Calabash at the Village Market, and also because we work with these American Women Association, they usually invite us whenever they have any coffee morning, Christmas bazaars, or any kind of meeting. They usually invite us to go and sell there, and also visitors who come in.
Another setback that Euphrasia Women's Center face is lack of sponsors and donors. This is an organization that longs for permanent sponsorship for them to be able to accommodate more women that are in need.
Apart from the congregation, there are a number of well-wishers and donors who come in. They bridge, or some who come and just give a little donation in terms of cash, maybe focusing on sponsorship of the girls. We haven't yet had a long-term donor. What we do, we have been writing projects maybe for 1 year, for 2 years, for 3 years, that much. After the period elapses, then we have tried to other people to see to it that we continue. Otherwise, we rely so much on the income that is generated from the income generating program of the center.
The organization has no form of follow-up after the women have completed their course.
We have no specific program for follow-up, but we have set up something that is truly working. Over the last 3 years, we have a group which has been formed by former students. They call Euphrasia Self-Help Group. This Euphrasia Self-Help Group, they meet once in a month, and they kind of contribute something little among themselves. This is like a merry-go-round. They also have a water project. These city council water. This project helps them to earn something out of it also. They have hired, and then they pay to the city council, and whatever the income they get from there, they share among themselves. So that's one of the groups that has existed, of course, from the former students, and we wish to continue doing the follow-up.
In the crisis management department, the organization takes them through a psychological process to try and reconcile these women.
We handle so much of the cases of listening to helplessness, to people who have been so much abused in life, people who have experienced a lot of pain, people who have experienced a lot of turmoil. And when we listen to them at times also, we feel maybe we have nothing to give, but we trust that the God who helped us to bring up this kind of a center will always lead us into something. So if it's in the crisis center, it's shelter. We shelter them for approximately 3 months. So after 3 months, someone is really helped to go through the process, counseling, what happens, that it takes phases. So during that period, one is really able to be stable enough either to go back to the family or to begin a life alone. In this case where somebody starts a life alone, we help one maybe to rent, to hire a house somewhere, and help her to set a small business where she could be selling maybe vegetables or something small to begin somewhere. We as sisters, we have always experienced this, taking care of so many women, girls and children through this center over the last 20 years. They come here. We most of the time do not give material support, but journeying with them spiritually, we realize that there is always change, there is always transformation. And over time and time, some people come in and say, I thank you because I passed here and a certain sister gave me a lot of hope. So what I would say is that there is always a reason to live. And challenges, they help us to pave the way forward. They help us to discover that there is always the beauty, and helped to take challenges positively. Every woman will find the courage to overcome all what they go through, and they will see their lives through. We have always enjoyed celebrating Women's Day, and the center takes this as one of its major celebrations. Every year we gather together on either to 8th or maybe a day after or a day before, depending on the program of the center. We call a speaker who gives something on feminism or human values, human rights to the girls and the women. And then we maybe have a Eucharistic celebration and some entertainments. So there is always joy when we hear of Women's Day coming, because it reminds us of who we are as women, the reason to live, and the potential we have been given by God to give life.
The Euphrasia Women's Center is an organization that has managed to do a lot for the disadvantaged women at the Mukuru Kwanjenga slums, and has brought a ray of hope to the women who have gone through the program. One of the powerful approaches to women empowerment and entrepreneurship is the formation of self-help groups. Self-help groups, also known as SHGs, has transferred a real economic power from men to women in the sense that it has reduced dependency. Yes, We Can is a group that started 3 years ago with an intention of empowering women in small entrepreneurship. Members contribute monthly, and the money can be given out as loans. They use these loans to either start small businesses or expand them. Also use the money to pay school fees for their children, foot their bills and other domestic needs that they may have. Lydia Chepkoech, the chair lady of Yes We Can group, shares more about the group and what it does.
So hii kikundi inaitwa Yes We Can group na tulianzisha 3 years ago, na huwa tunasaidiana kwa mambo ya loans na merry-go-rounds, na pia tunasaidiana tukiwa na shida, mtu akiwa na shida tuko pia na ile welfare, mambo ya welfare pia hiyo tuko nayo. So hiyo group ilianza 3 years na ndio tumeendelea mpaka sasa mahali tumefika, na bado tunaendelea kupeana loans, na tumefika mahali hata tunataka maybe kununua vitu za maana kama ploti, tujenge na tuendelee na mama.
Loans tunachukua ata percentage ni kidogo at least kuliko ya bank, alafu tuna savings ya every month, na maybe sometimes kama ni kukuja kulipa loan, kama hauna pesa inaweza tolewa kwa hiyo saving. Alafu pia ile kitu inafanya tupende hii chama ni your savings ndio